All right, everybody, welcome in another Schmolke Investment Team practice report. First day in full pads. Mike Scarborough here with my co-host, buddy Sanji. And a lot to talk about, still some concerns, a lot to be excited about, a little bit of a mixed bag. And your thoughts, buddy?
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. First day in full pads, like Mike said. BK did enjoy the practice. You can tell Mike a couple things. There's a sense of urgency. This is that tough part in the camp now where you're starting to hurt that ankle, that elbow, that knee, that shoulder, aches and pains. It's hot, it's tedious, and they want to go quick, quick, quick. Everybody's got to be in step. BK got a little spicy today. LSU's got a lot of talent, but let's get right into it. I think still the main concern is that offensive line. I asked about the run game. We'll get into that. LSU's defensive lineman. And right now, Bernard Gooden's beating out Ahmad Bro at the tackle opposite Dominic McKinley. Jack Pyburn had a scoop and score today. He is rough. I don't want to see him tackle too many more LSU players because he can certainly bring the wood. And then, of course, as you alluded to, Bower Sharp had a great game. P.J. Woodland, still a pesky little son of a gun. And Caden Durham with a nice touchdown run. Those are our opening comments on this Tuesday afternoon.
Buddy said it right. Look, you've got a great stable of running backs. You're going to hear everybody in their reports talk about how Caden Durham broke a 45-yarder. It was a great run, direct handoff. But besides that, they could not run the ball to save their lives. And I think that offensive line wakes up in the middle of the night in cold sweats because they've got number 88, Bernard Goodman in their nightmares. He's been that fantastic. And the entire defensive front, the front seven, just stuffing the run. Again, Caden Durham breaks off a big one. And that might be what a lot of people talk about. But up to that point, the running game could not get uncorked. And they've got time. But, look, it's a combination of last year's performances trying to run the football. And then this year, you've got such an improved defensive line. I don't know what percentage you'll put on how improved the defensive front is for LSU. Is it 50%? Is it 80%? But it's pretty darn significant. It's a very stout group. And whether it's Caden Durham, Harlan Berry, Caleb Jackson, fantastic running backs, JT Lindsey, all having a hard time finding any daylight other than the 145-yard run by Durham.
Yeah, and look, I know offensive line, they always get a little bit of extra weight on them, but Josh Thompson, in my opinion, has got about 5 pounds of belly fat that he's going to have to get out and get off, and he will get that off in this camp. Still the same scenario with Braylon Moore, flanked by DJ Chester and, of course, Tyree Adams. Thompson, I'm not trying to pick on him, but he's having trouble blocking 88 and 96 and 16. So you got to come a little bit on right guard. I think Weston Davis at right tackle. Saw some bunch today where they line up close. Still trying to ask Trades Green to be a blocker, which I don't think is a good idea, but they're trying to make him to be a talented tight end that can do everything. But Nuss, once again, had some good throws. Once again, you're going to probably see it on the night of August 30th. And let's just say it the way it is. They're going to have to grip it, rip it, and throw it quickly because that offensive line is going to give up some pressure. I go back to the stat, Mike. It's crazy stat. LSU in the first 6 games last year only gave up 2 sacks. Be shocked if they gave up less than 2 in the first game. It's just the reality of it. But LSU's defensive line, they've got to carry this football team, in my opinion, early on in the season, Mike.
No, I agree with you, buddy. It's look, I'm going to ask you, buddy. BK said it yesterday. He rattled off 4 guards, all battling for the 2 guard spots where it's left to right, and they cross-train on each side. I mean, are you seeing a scenario right now where Josh Thompson's got one of those starting spots?
I think it's a work in progress. I think that, by the way, DJ Chester is your backup center. We know Mubinga's been cross-trained as there, but Mubinga, DJ Chester, Josh Thompson, Cohen Eccles, those are the 4 guards. And look, Mike Detillier told me this a couple of weeks ago. That, I think, is going to be more of an issue, the interior line, than your 2 outside guys, Tyree Adams, Weston Davis, Carius Kern, Bo Bordelon, and others. But it is a concern. I asked the coach about that. Look, folks, LSU was 100 and something with the run game last year. They've got to get that better, appreciably better. You got to give Nuss a little bit more of a run game, and but from a defensive standpoint, man, you're gonna like it. Oh, by the way, just looked at the notes. Ashton Stamps had a really, really good practice. A lot of people aren't high on him. He's been pretty damn consistent.
I'll say
in
this
in this camp.
In the one-on-ones early on, of course, it's one-on-ones. There's no pass rush. Wide receivers against corners and DBs. The wide receivers absolutely mopped the floor with the LSU DBs.
They did.
The only time that the play was a miss was an underthrown ball or an overthrow. Harold Perkins, I think, had one well-defended ball in those one-on-ones. All the rest of it, whether it was Chris Hilton, Trades Green, Bauer Sharp, Brown.
Kyle Parker had a big game today.
Yeah, Kyle Parker. They all had their way against the DBs in one-on-ones. But again, that's what that is. There's no pass rush, no quarterbacks looking to find lanes. But look, having said all that, you have to flip it around and give this defensive line under Kyle Williams a whole lot of credit. And we saw a lot of pie burn today. With Weeks back at practice, bouncing around early, looking the part. Look, you don't want to draw a whole lot of conclusions, but there's a lot to be excited about. All right, you guys, hit that like button if you're enjoying the Schmolke Investment Team practice report. Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Time is running out. With market fluctuations and economic uncertainty, now is the moment to act. Don't let another day pass without a solid financial plan in place. At the Schmolke Investment Team, our experienced financial advisors are here to help you navigate these challenging times. From retirement planning to investment strategies, we provide a personalized strategies tailored to your needs. Don't wait until it's too late. Give them a call, 318-448-3201, or visit www.smokyteam.com, or go by 128 Versailles Boulevard in Alexandria. Your financial future depends on the decisions you make now. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA/SIPC. All investing involves risk, including loss of principal. No strategy assures success or protects against loss.
Great guys, Mike, Bart, and Brian. And once again, we're having a little volatility again because the tariffs have gone into place and some new tariffs going into, in the situation here with President Trump and all the countries trying to get together. So Bart and Brian will do a fantastic job. And what I like to do, I've talked to them before, that very much that calming effect, give you that expert advice. And once again, when's the radio show start?
Yeah, the 19th.
Okay.
Tiger Talk in Alexandria, KZMZ.
And you'll be on that show.
They're on from 4 to 6, so big LSU show. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Yeah, just some Amanda spicy tidbits. Don't forget, we are the official smoked sausage of LSU athletics. When you come to Tiger Stadium, when LSU plays Louisiana Tech in week 2, you can pick up all those great products in Tiger Stadium. BK got a little spicy about Cortez Hankton. Joe Sloan screaming out, sense of urgency. Frank Wilson working the running backs. Oh, by the way, Caleb Jackson does look better. He's running more to daylight. JT Lindsay had a couple of decent catches. And look, Caden Durham, you can never go wrong when you throw the football to Caden Durham. But I'll just go through these numbers again. Destin Hill, fantastic again. Nick Anderson, Barry Brown just tweaked a little bit. Starting to get a little bit of those tweaks. Do not be surprised if you start to have a few injuries. They're very smart with this stuff. They're not going to put somebody out there and injure them further. But as you can tell, it was a long practice for all of us, and everybody's tired. We got a couple of days off. But feel good about the fact that LSU is going to be appreciably better. And tomorrow is really the tough day, Mike. 2 hours out here. We have no media availability, but we'll be back out here on Friday and give you another update. But as always, appreciate all of those responses and Tiger fans. And let's just finish with this final little saying. LSU's got problems at backup cornerback. If Nuss gets hurt, it is going to be a crapshoot. This second day in a row that Van Buren struggled a little bit. Colin Hurley still, you got to get better. Not that it's a big deal if you keep Nuss healthy, but every time he gets hit, people are going to have their rosary beads out. So Hope everybody's doing well, and we'll see you on Friday.
All right, everybody, hit that like button. BK presser from today. We had him 2 days in a row. That's up on the site. And we've got some 4K practice footage out that's going to be coming up as well right here on YouTube and Facebook. And we'll see you tomorrow night with Tiger Bait Live at 6 o'clock right here on YouTube and Facebook. Y'all have a good rest of the day, everybody.